Shinobi podcast.
Welcome, everyone. Shinobi podcast is back. You got King Shinobi. You got Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth here, you know it. Yes, sir.
To my left. Who I got to my left, man? Tell the people who you are.
Big E here. Checking in. Make sure, see what my boys in here doing, man. I support the hustle they've been on, man. So it's only right for me. I bless them with the first special guest. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
I'm
man.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is my man, EVANS Lucin.
Yes, sir.
EVANS Lucin, man. This has been a guy that I've known for a little while. We met in the gym, and when people hold a certain energy, you get magnetized to that energy, and you can peep it like right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? And he and I definitely had this magnetism like towards one another, man. And because we met at the gym, and we didn't speak to each other the first few times, and I can't even remember when we first did.
We're gonna go with this. My man here is on the field doing his thing, his martial art thing. Everybody in the gym like, who is this dude? This dude right here, he's doing all type of stuff that you see in movies type stuff. And I'm like, damn, this dude would kill someone, boy. I was like, hey, this dude here would kill someone. So I'm like, man, if I go say what's up to dog might put me in a headlock, and as big as I am, I get caught in a headlock, man. I ain't coming back to the gym. But then we met through, you remember Jamie?
Oh, it was Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. Jamie knew him. Jamie knew me.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Jamie.
Shout out to big dog Jamie, man.
Shout out.
But like he said, once we started talking, like we instantly clicked. Like we had so much chemistry, we had so much similarities, but then we also were different because we were doing different things, you know what I mean? But it also like it just hit, man. And it's just like I was like, damn, like he was picking out my brains, I was picking out his brains, and it just was like everything else was history, man. So anytime I see him, sometimes he's so focused, I walk past him, I wave, and he just zoned in. But you know what I mean? Like I still respect him and his artwork. His artwork is what I was like, damn, like how you do these stuff? Like he be so locked in, and he has so many facets and layers to him where you think, man, I got this dude figured. I know more about him. Nah, man, he'll surprise me with some stuff he'll say or some stuff he'll do, and I'm like, damn, bro, this brother deep. Like, no homo. Like this brother deep, bro. Like, he it's a lot. It's a lot in his mind, man. It's a lot. So I've been learning a lot from my dog, man. You know what I mean?
Bro, just in that short span of you saying that, I've learned a lot about how I'm viewed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not...
Because you.
Yeah.
You don't know. Because you can ask 10 different people what they think of you, and you might get 10 different answers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're probably guaranteed to get 10 different
facts.
Answers.
And if you get all the same answers, then damn, I don't know. But I've never heard someone get this same answer. You might get a couple words that's like the same. Like I think he's humble, this and that. You're gonna hear that word a lot. But like I said, man, from the outside looking in, like I said, everyone in the gym was talking about you before we even talked to you. If you get what I'm saying, like you was on. Like I said, we on the field. I mean, my brother locked in. He's doing his thing, and it looks easy. He makes it look so easy, but I know it's not easy. And then he saw me when he went to Haiti and did the machete fighting. I said, you it. You it. So.
Oh, man.
Damn, you think that's the same way like you reviewed going in?
Huh?
You think you reviewed that same way when you went into the gym also? Like your first time different, you're bigger, you're stronger than a lot of people that come into the gym. Do you think once you're pumping weight, getting it out, are you thinking people are like doing the same thing, looking at you the same way, like, yeah, what in the hell?
Nah, I guarantee they are in a different way.
In a different way, but I get what I get from people after they meet me and I talk to them. They always say, "Damn, you're a lot humble and chill than I I thought you were.
Mm.
It's like, because they're like, with your physique, most guys with your physique are egotistic, they're rude, and they're self-centered. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not self-centered, but of course, in order to master your craft, you got to be a little selfish about it, because you got to be able to put your time and your commitment and your discipline into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a very humble cat, because I know everything you have can be taken away from you.
No doubt. No
So
doubt.
Definitely.
In an instant.
Definitely.
In an instant.
Yeah. Okay.
So the perception
that.
of a lot of
Then
people, it changed. Perception of a lot of people changed when they got to know me. They're like, damn, bro, you actually chill. And I'm like, I'm human. I'm vibe. I'm good.
Well, I can relate to that, because I feel like when I'm in public that I need to not necessarily look softer, but less threatening, because I can sense intimidation from people, and I've noticed that energy kind of keeps them from approaching, and I don't want to be unapproachable. That's not who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel that it's hard to explain, but
I could piggyback what you're saying, because I deal with it on a daily basis too. Because for my size and at my job, women even tell me, for example, they're like, "Oh, you just look mean." I'm like, "How do I just look mean? You just like the way you're perceived and the way you walk and your physique." And she's like, "You just look like you would tear some shit up." And I'm like, I would, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm humble as can be. Well, I feel like that's my perception of myself. I feel like I'm humble as can be. I'm not gonna. I give respect, because when you give out respect, sometimes you get it back. You know what I mean? But I'm not a mean person. So I know what he means. Like, sometimes you want to out in the world, you don't want to give them that, like, that look, that, because you already like know what you can do. You know what I mean? But you don't want to make it seem like, damn, like I'm a mean person. You want to listen. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? You walk by, you tell people hi, how you doing, and you don't want them to feel like, damn, like I can't say hi to this guy because he looks like he'll murder someone. Like, nah, bro, we're not even on that time.
Yeah.
We're not on that time.
And I used to kind of be that way in a sense, and I really realized that wasn't the move to make. I really wanted to be left alone, but at the same time, I didn't want people to feel scared. I didn't want people to be feared, like people to fear me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I notice a lot, especially when I'm out. I notice a lot. So I notice, like, say if I see someone coming down and we're about to cross paths, I'm immediately looking at their body language. And a lot of time people just start like looking down, and
they tense up.
I want to smile at them.
They tense up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like sitting there smiling at them, and they just instantly are just like, here. And I'm just like, I don't want to give off that vibe. That's not what I feel that I'm projecting out there. So sometimes I'm confused on why I'm getting that reaction, but I understand, people look at a physique and think certain things, but that's only the surface level of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying about me having layers, I'm a lot deeper than this surface level here. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't define everything I am. It's part of who I am, but it doesn't define everything I am. Just some guy that's just big and wants to tear shit up. Like, that's not even in my heart. I'm the type of guy that's going to protect you from the guy that wants to tear shit up.
Yeah, I call him all the time. Hey, man, let's go get to I want to go get that bitch bar. Walk with me over there real quick.
But real talk, though, man. I don't like motherfuckers like... I don't like people that do have those gifts, because I think we have fucking gifts. People have those gifts and then they squander those gifts by fucking, being rageaholics, or, like you were saying, just being assholes and shit like that. Like, dude, we're supposed to use these gifts we have to fucking protect people, bro. Like, we have this physique. That's what the fuck we were fucking made for. And I take that very, very seriously. You know what I'm saying? So any type of threat that's just being a threat for threat's sake, well, everything has a reason, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I want to neutralize motherfuckers like that. So I'm not that guy. So don't look at me like that guy, because I'm the opposite of that guy. That guy starts doing some shit, and it's in my vicinity and I feel threatened, I'm going to do something about him or them or whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person, you know? So I'm not the type of person that's going to, you know, be aggressive towards you unless it warrants it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a peaceful motherfucker. I'll just be chilling.
Listen.
I chill. I take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep my feet in the grass, work in my garden, meditate, do my martial arts, archery, whatever I'm doing. And I just want peace, man. But if you bring that over, there has to be a different switch. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to turn that switch on. That's not who I am. So I'm always going to promote being peaceful as opposed to being aggressive. I'm always going to promote that shit. You know, just don't cross that threshold. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Well, so we're talking about like how you feel when you're in the gym and everything like that. So like, Evans, tell us like how you come to be this kind of guy now, this calm, cool, collective in the gym and in life and everything. Like give us a little rundown. Or don't give us a little rundown. Give us some in depth kind of stuff about you. Where you from? Like the roots. You.
Oh man, me
Roots
originally, I was born in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Moved to Miami at the age of 3, and pretty much Miami made me, raised me, molded me. Like it just made me who I am. You know what I mean? Specifically, North Miami. That's the area I'm from. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I've seen
not
a
the
lot.
you part, but
I've seen a lot, and I felt like being in that area and seeing what I've seen and dealing what I had to deal with helped shape me as a man in ways where, like, I move over here and I see some of the stuff that's going on here, and people be like, "Damn, why you just seen what just happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we see that on the East Coast all the time." Like, it just don't faze me, but that's not what I'm looking. That's not like, you know, I'm past that. I'm just past that. You know what I mean?
So give us a description of your environment, the environment you grew up in.
Damn.
How would you describe it? Going back and analyzing everything that you saw, the people, the atmosphere.
You know, I would say North Miami was like a low to middle income area, community. You know what I mean? Everybody, it's not as friendly as Naples. I'll just let you know that much. It's not as friendly. You got to be able to hold your own. You know what I mean? Like, it's a small example is that you go to the basketball court, you shoot some hoops. Hey, man, just to let you know, a fight could break out anytime. So you got to be able to hold your own. But it helped mold you as a man, because then you know how to stay 10 toes down. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about, like, you shouldn't be looking at others to protect you. You got to learn how to protect yourself. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like, that area, like I said, it was middle income class. You know, like I said, it was so much to do. And it's like, I can't pinpoint because I don't want to say too much. You know what I mean? But just know, like I said, people. It was more of a free fall, man. It was more free fall, where I feel like here in Naples is kind of structured a little bit. Like, where people in Miami, I'm telling you, most people in Miami are trying to make it out of Miami. You know what I mean? Where here, as you see, people that come here and retire.
See, bro, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I thought people were trying to get there.
No, if people come to Miami, they go to South Beach. That's where you live the life. When you living in Miami, people that's born and raised in Miami always make it out of. They aim, the goal is to make it out of Miami. You know what I mean? And when I finally was able to get the opportunity to get it out of Miami, I took it and run, bro. I took it and run. And not. I still love Miami. My heart is Miami. I go back to Miami often. I still love the city. Most of my friends are still in that city, but it's just when you have a pathway and it leads to growth, you take it.
Oh, definitely.
You take it. Definitely. You know what I mean? Because you know, half of my boys in Miami, if they had the same pathway, they would have taken it. And half of them, when I talk to them, and I'm like, yeah, this one I got going on this side, they're like, man, don't come back. you good. Like you doing good for yourself. You know what I mean? There's ain't nothing going on over here.
They're good friends too.
Yeah, you're just gonna get in trouble.
Definitely.
You're just gonna get yourself in some trouble. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, and that's how it is out there. Like I said, it depending on your structure too, like how you was growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up mostly a single mother. Stepdad came into my life, and you know what I mean. He did his part. Helped mold me as a man too. You know what I mean. Mom was, oh man, that's a drill sergeant right there, man. She taught me responsibility, accountability, and straight up, like whatever you do in life comes with consequences. Risk, reward, whatever it comes with it, but you gotta be held responsible. You gotta be able to own it.
Mhm.
Whatever you do, own it. So like good or bad, whatever happens to me in life, I don't blame anybody for it. I'm like, all right, it happened. I did this, I did that. This what comes with it. This what comes with it. So like and still this day, I tell people all the time, she's my hero, man. That lady's my hero because she taught me a lot, man. She did taught me a lot.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms, man.
Hey.
That lady knows what's up.
Well, speaking of your parents, I had a question over here for you.
What it do?
All right, this is like specific lessons that you learned coming out of your household. Now, you spoke of your mother. So my question was, what lessons or words from your parents? So what lessons did they teach you, or what words did they say when you moved out and you were out on your own?
Mm-hmm.
You discovered that what they said was real. Like what they were telling you was actually real. That they weren't just speaking it, but it was actually real. But you didn't discover that until you got from under their roof.
It's
anything stick out?
Excuses. My mom was a no excuses type of lady. Like she it's not like she don't feel sorry for you, but she was like, "What are you making excuses for?" Like, what is that gonna do? How's that gonna make? Like, is that gonna make? Sometimes it don't even make people feel sorry for you. They'll be like, "Okay, cool, yeah, could you go do that again?"
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, "Stop making excuses. Get it right. Whether it takes you 100 times to get it right, but don't feel sorry for yourself and make excuses about it. Get it right." So that's the one thing I learned all through my teens. She kept just saying, "Stop making excuses." Like she'll tell us, "Go wash the car." You wash the car, and she'll be like, "Okay, why isn't the wheels tight?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't have this." And she's like, "Yeah, that sounds like an excuse. Here's an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just get the job done." And I learned that in real life. Like, your boss, yeah, you could say, "Yeah, you got a flat tire. All right, bro, put a spare on. Get to work. Stop making excuses. I'm here, right? Let's get it." So,
and that's super important, bro. There's nothing worse than not being accountable.
Example, you're in the gym, just like, because we met in the gym, so we got a lot of gym talk. There's days you got off of work from the fire department, you're tired, man. You in the gym already. You gonna make it happen, right? Well, you don't need to be making excuses like, "Damn, yeah, I just came from the fire department. I could just, you know what? Today's gonna be a short day. I'm gonna just be in and out." Nah, bro, just get the work done. You there, man?
Because when you do that, you start like burying yourself.
Exactly.
You start just piling it on, excuse after excuse after excuse.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the day, you're just sitting there doing nothing.
Nothing.
You know.
So that's the key thing I learned from her, and that's why sometimes people might say like I'm hard on them, like especially my younger siblings. They'll be like, "Damn," like because they look at me as like the dad figure. Out of all my brothers, they look at me as the dad figure because I kind of don't have time for the excuses. And it's not, and I always tell them, I'm not being mean to you. It's just, let's get it done. Yeah. I can help you. Let me help you, but let's get it done. So that way you learn, like in life, I don't need you. Like in life, not everybody's going to take excuses from you. You know what I mean?
You're actually nurturing them by doing that.
Exactly.
And they're going to appreciate it later on once they get some life experience, They're going to appreciate that, man. And they're going to see how other people work, and they're going to realize that everybody didn't come up the same, What comes out of this person's roof doesn't come out of the next person's roof, That's why it's very important that with under your roof, like what comes out, you really have to keep an eye on. You really have to keep an eye on your conduct and what the people inside are seeing, all that's gonna come out, into the world. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very,
Oh yeah.
very, very careful on how you're raising your kids, how you're treating your family. Is your home somewhere where your kids can be creative and expressive, or where everyone in the home can be creative and expressive? Does everybody have their own personal space? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys take turns doing things? And then instilling things in them like discipline, and like he was saying, no excuses. All that accumulates, and then that's what goes out into the world. So it's very important that you continue to nurture them in that way, because they see you in a certain light now.
Exactly.
But they're really gonna appreciate you, when the time comes.
I mean, what you're taught inside your home is what you bring out to the real world. You know what I mean? If you're taught responsibility and accountability, you're gonna hold that wherever you go in life. You know what I mean? And you won't be making these excuses. You won't be feeling sorry and pity for yourself. You'll be like, you get the job done. But you like you said, you teach your kids this, when they go out in the real world, they're gonna project that. So that's the good thing about it, man. It's whatever you taught at home is what you gonna take in some weird way. It's gonna always come back in a full circle. And I deal with that all the time. With, like I said, when mom was raising us, I was like, damn, this lady's so damn mean. She got us doing all this stuff, and she always held me, especially for me. She always held me to like high standards, but she piled on more stuff on me because she felt like I can handle it. If I couldn't handle it, she wouldn't do it. She was like, you can take on this type of mantle. And at that time, like I said, as a kid, I was like, hey man, this lady, boy, I can't wait till I move out this house, boy. I am not staying in here. But
she was setting you up good.
But she was setting me up, man. She was setting me up because she felt like I could deal with it, man. I could deal with it. Like I said, all the chores from cleaning, washing the dishes. No lie, I was like a young boy. I was like, man, ain't no man should be washing no dishes, man. But listen, it to the day I do it. Like I wake up, I'm cleaning. And I had one time I was dating this girl. And she was like, damn, why you always cleaning stuff? I'm like,
why you always cleaning?
I gotta stay clean, man. Yo, what we doing?
It's second nature.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And she was like, damn, I ain't never had a man that cleans. I'm like,
see, and then you start hearing stuff like that. And then so that those guys, those types of ideals, they weren't taught in those homes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And you find that out. You don't really find out that your parents are really setting you up good until later, and you're like, damn, that's how they were coming up. That's how they got brought up. Damn, I'm glad my parents brought me up in that certain way, because now I'm happy that I can cook for myself. I clean, like I really don't need a woman because my mom made me so fucking independent.
Yeah.
Like I can literally do everything. Yeah. Not that I want to, but I can do everything. I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful for that, because we used to have my mom used to do boot camp every Saturday. Every Saturday, you was getting your ass up. She have
it's work time.
Yeah, she had the list on the fridge. Who had what? My brother got the bathroom. I got the living room. My sister got the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And we were in there cleaning the whole house. She would pop that CD in, probably blasting something, and we clean that whole house up every Saturday morning.
Clean the house before you go outside.
And I couldn't stand it back then, bro. I just loathed it back then, man. But now, especially having had roommates and live with other people and shit, and you realize that other people don't have that same level of like hygiene and standard and shit like that,
But that's what makes you appreciate it most.
Yeah.
When you get around others and you notice, damn, y'all wasn't raised this way?
Yeah.
No. Buddy said, I ain't never washed this a day in my life. And I'm like, oh, damn, bro.
Or I ain't never done my laundry before.
Yeah. Asking you how to do laundry. I'm like, man, I ain't doing it for you. Play with somebody else.
So, Mom, I appreciate it, Mom. I'm grateful for that. As a kid, I couldn't stand that shit, but now I totally appreciate it now as a man.
But do you think this generation is built off that? Because I don't think
off what?
Like, because for some reason I don't feel like you can, like, some of them they're more I won't say, I don't want to use the word ungrateful, but when you try to
I
teach
would
them,
use that. I would use that word.
because when you try to teach them stuff like that, they're like spoiled and privileged, and they don't think they should be doing that type of work anymore.
Entitled, bro.
Yeah.
I've noticed that because I definitely keep a keen eye on the younger generation, and I have noticed that they are very much entitled to things that they didn't earn.
Facts.
And that is just backwards as hell.
See, I like what Shaq told his kids. He told them, "I'm a millionaire, not you guys. This is all me. You guys got to go get your own. You guys was just raised. I was just able to raise you guys in a high, high standard, high. You guys got whatever y'all want. But once y'all hit 18, y'all better go get it on your own. Because this is all me.
just him being their dad gives them a fucking a boost, man. Alone.
You walk alone. Your resume say O'Neal. You're like, all right, yeah, bring him in.
Like that's enough.
Yeah.
No, you facts. That
is enough, man. We're meant to build for our kids, but we're not meant to give everything we work for and everything we earned away to our kids. I don't believe in that.
True. I feel like it's my generation, because I'm younger. I would say I'm younger than both of y'all. Like I know I'm younger than my cousin for sure, but like my generation that's having kids, when we were young, like in our early 20s and now, I feel like is that generation that's like, I don't want to have to work too hard when I'm at home. Like, here, let me put this dish in the dishwasher. Let me get the robot to sweep and mop, and let me get, the fridge is going to remind me to do this and do that. And that's raising now this technology era of kids that's straight in the laptop, straight in the tablets now, that they don't know how to they don't know how to take no for an answer. So I feel like that's, like I was saying, that's my generation that's fucking up basically, So
well, it is a divide.
Need to do better, let me say that. Yeah.
there is a divide in generation, because I was just talking to my brother the other day about this, and Evans mentioned it as well. Like the way he grew up, like the way we grew up, you couldn't be soft and live where we lived. Like you would get eaten if you were soft, man. So we didn't even have a choice, bro. Like you could literally walk down the street and get jumped by some dudes that live across the neighborhood, like things like that. You know what I'm saying? That you had to look out for. So it's like, and we actually roamed the neighborhood. We weren't in the house and stuff back then. We walked around and we explored back then. We was outside. So you could run into anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? So you had to have that toughness. You had to have street smarts. You had to know how to react on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
You know how to conduct yourself when you get into a certain setting too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had that on and off switch. Yeah, you learn how to do that.
Yeah, you learn that you don't just have one gear. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust and adapt. And it's almost like you can become a chameleon. It's like, shit, I can blend in anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm the darkest one in the room. I mean, I ain't really that dark, but maybe Evans.
I feel that. The only thing I started laughing, I was like, yeah, you talking about me.
But yeah, man, just being adaptable. We had to learn how to adapt, man. And the thing is, since we were out exploring, we got into so much shit. We learned so many lessons by doing it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just things we were hearing about. We were out doing the shit, fucking up, and being like, hey, do we want to do this or do we not want to do this?
Yeah, but you get to be a man about it, and you learn from it.
Yeah.
Because I noticed, like, for example, the generation that's coming up now, man, I talk to some of these kids, whatever, and they want to do what we used to be doing. And I'm like, bruh, y'all grew up in a good neighborhood. Y'all got it good. Y'all don't want to be doing what them boys doing.
No.
Yeah, just chill out. This ain't you. I'm like, this is not you.
Why do you think why do you think that's so enticing to them? Because it's a world that they fantasize?
They see it. They fantasize it. They see it on TV. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. Everywhere they go, they've seen it. So they want to live that. Until they in that. Once they in that lifestyle, that's when they're like, damn, it ain't cut. I don't want this type of pressure.
Yeah.
But when they, when you watching it from like a movie standpoint, you watching movies with drug dealing, this and that, you like, damn.
Yes,
This
because
is it, man.
Because to add to that, I love that shit.
Yeah.
But I have a mentality of I know that I'll never do that. So I can actually enjoy it because I know I'll never be involved in that shit. So I can look at it for what it is and not be influenced by it. You know what I'm saying?
But not today's generation. Like he was just Mr. Smooth was just piggybacking on it. Like some of them, they don't even want to work. They don't even want to work, but they want. I need money. All right, go get a job.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't want to work. All right, then what do you expect me to do? Like, nah, they don't even want to work no more, man.
I've heard that more than I ever expected to ever hear that.
Facts. I mean, I was 14 years old in Miami. For my 14th birthday, first thing I did is I got up, put a dress shirt on, put some pants on, and went straight to Aventura Mall to go look for jobs, bro. Because I was like, man, I want some money, but I know I have to go work for it. Like that's the mentality that was always raised in my household was don't ask for it, go get it, go work for it. So at 14, where I knew there was that was the hiring age, put on a dress shirt, this and that. I took the bus straight to the mall. Man, I went walk around so hard that I remember when I was waiting for the bus to go back home, one guy at the bus stop came up to me. No, actually, no. When I was on my way through the food court, one guy thought I was one of the managers. Because he's like, man, you done dressed up, you looking nice. I'm thinking you one of the managers here. I'm like, nah, man, I'm looking to be a manager here. So, but I always was taught, I don't cry about it. I don't. Of course, I do wishful thinking because I'm like daydreaming about it because I see it. I can do it. I go get it. I don't need nobody to give it to me. I don't ever want something given to me because then I feel like those are the type of people that keep receipts. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you remember you owe me this. You ain't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. I went to go get it. So
that's another big reason because for me, because I have been in a situation in my life where I was reliant on someone, bro. And that was just the worst experience ever. And someone who did feel like that gave them power over me. You know what I'm saying? So having experienced that, I told myself I would never, ever, ever be in that situation ever again. And that was like motivation enough for me to be like, yo, I'm not going to be put in that situation no matter what I have to do or what extra I have to do. I'm never going to be reliant on anyone again, man, because people can go left with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, keeping receipts, man. Motherfuckers keep receipts, bro. They don't do it out of the kindness of their heart. They keeping receipts, bro. What you owe me? You owe me this. Or they're keeping it as something that they can hold over your head.
It's a dark cloud over your head. And then sometimes you as a person feel the same way, like, damn, he called me for something. I got to hurry up and do it because I remember what he did for me. And I can feel like it's holding. He didn't, because I didn't feel like he did it out of love. I feel like he did it so I can do this later. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you do it out of love. If I do something for you, I don't look at it as like you owe me or not. Nah, bro, you good. You good. I'll do it again. It's all good.
I did it because I genuinely wanted to help you.
Facts.
And nothing more. Nothing more than that. But I've learned that you can't view everyone in the same light as you think. So just because you're a person that will give and not, expect anything in return, that doesn't mean that other people are going to be the same way. The people that you deal with, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean they're going to be that same way with you. So you can't expect to get help from them and then it just be over with. You know what I'm saying? Some people are going to expect things back,
Indian givers out here. What? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So you being, I'm not gonna say a gym rat at all because them motherfuckers I compared like to meatheads in the gym.
Them boys different, boy. Them boys, all they can talk to you is about the gym. You like, damn, bro, that's the only thing you can talk
That's
about.
all I know.
Is that the definition of gym rat?
What?
Not gym rat. I'll call them juice heads.
Oh, okay.
Juice heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they only talk about the gym.
What? I told you, I went on a date with a girl. She was like, and I never mentioned the gym to her. And she was like, I actually thought we were going to just talk about the gym. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's like a percentage, like a good 15-20% of my life, but that's not all of me. She's like, oh, she's like, that's why. Because I noticed she just kept smiling in the date. She was like, I was waiting for you to bring up some gym stuff. And I'm like, damn, boy. Like this is it. This is it with me. That my whole body says gym only. She's like, no, I just waiting for it because she's like, that's all guys with your physique talk about it. And I was like, nah. I was like, yo, listen, it didn't make me who I am. I was already self-made. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just added another layer to me where I'm like, okay, now I can talk to the gym with a guy. You know what I mean? But come on.
Yeah. What propelled you to be in the gym, as consistent, as dedicated to the gym as you are? Like what what got your mind to be like, all right, I want to be at the gym. I want to work this and this all the time. Or were you actively like in sports, or was it just like I just want to be healthier. I just want to be fit,
You pretty much highlighted most of it. For one, I was always like athlete. I played basketball. I was always a basketball player. Okay. I played basketball, but moving over here and knowing that my basketball dreams are crushed, they're done. First of all, maybe because I'm sitting down, but he's a lot taller than me. I am not 6 foot. So just let that be clear. You know what I mean? So, I'm 5'10", and with shoes on, I give you 5'11". You know what I'm saying? So I know basketball wasn't working anymore. I know that's over with. So, but I still wanted to stay active and in shape. So I'm gonna be honest with you, the gym thing, it was something I tried. I quit it 3 times. I quit the gym 3 legit times because I felt like it's hard. I wasn't seeing, you don't see quick results. That's the one thing. You don't see quick results. And I was like, man, I don't think this is for me. Like, honestly, I thought basketball was more for me because it was fun. Mm-hmm. It's a fun sport to play. Because even if you're not scoring, you're running up and down, talking shit. You know what I mean? It's fun.
A lot more dynamic
to it. You know what I mean? Where gym is like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're pretty much like, hey, all right, let me go do this here. I'm going to go do a little back. You're doing all type of stuff, but there's no goal. There's no legit goal. So my cousin, who's like, straight a gym. He's a gymnast. Pretty much, he's into the gym. This is what he do. He got me into it, trained me a little bit, molded me, taught me how to use the basic machines that, thank God, because I don't even think some of these trainers know how to use some of these machines. He got me into the gym, and that's when I started kind of seeing results. And he taught me how to diet, what to eat, this and that. So everything started coming in full circle because for some reason it became something that I did here and there, like once or twice a week. Mm-hmm. But then it became something where it became a habit. Yeah. Where it's not even something that I felt like I wanted to do, but it's something that I felt like I needed to do in order to start my day off right. Mm-hmm. And you remember, first thing in the morning, fresh, I'm hitting the gym. It helps me propel throughout my whole day. It does, I feel good physically, mentally, and my mind is sharper, clear. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it just became like, you can call it a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It became a lifestyle where, I'm not trying to be Hulk around here. I ain't trying to be the biggest dude walking around here, but it's something that once you learn that discipline through the gym, it propels you in everything in life. Because first thing people see, they're like, damn, the fact that you look the way you look, you're very determined, you have high ambition, and your discipline is off the charts because you're able to stay with it consistently. Mm-hmm. When you talk to people, they'll be like, yeah, I get in there twice a week, 3 times a week, but I'm tired, this and that. Well, you got to remember, you're sore today, you still back in there tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's that the ambition, man. And that's the reason why I kind of love the gym, because see, basketball taught me leadership and how to work with others. The gym taught me a lot about discipline and putting you first and just taking it to the next level, man. Mm-hmm. Honestly. And that's why it's hard for me to just say, oh, I'm going to just give it up. Like, even if I'm not in there lifting, you see me, I sometimes come in there and just do cardio, but it just helps me. Like, all right, my mind's clear. I'm physically feeling good, and now let me start my day. So
It's good shit.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
Yeah. What about you?
I was just gonna ask him, like, you mentioned some of the benefits. What do you feel are what have been the major benefits for you? Keeping that consistency, keeping that discipline. What differences have you seen within yourself that really stick out to you?
Oh, something I put me first. I put me first. Regardless if you training with like a group of people, whatever it is, what I like about the gym is it holds you accountable for your own results.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I could work out with you, we could be working out. I'm over here getting my workout on. But just because I'm getting my workout don't mean you're benefiting from it. You're benefiting from what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do it together, but at the end of the day, your results come for you. It's only for you. So that's what I learned a lot about the gym is like, bro, the work you put in is the results you get. So it's all about like putting you first in a selfish way, but like and not in such a like, you know what I mean? Like it's like you're not trying to totally be selfish, but your results come from what you've done.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little somewhat selfish about the results you want. You know what I mean?
It's called selfish, but you're literally pouring into the vessel that is, what other people need or may need you for. Your vessel needs that shit first before any of them can get any piece of that. So until you get yourself good and get yourself complete, people shouldn't be trying to pick off of you, especially if you're already depleted and drained and they still trying to pull from you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important to be selfish in that regard, because if you're not right, everything that branches out from there isn't going to be right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to you're going to spread from that core that you have, you're going to spread that out to other people, you know what I'm saying, and make things worse. So you got to sit in silence and take care of yourself and take care of your body. Go to the gym if you need to, like find something,
a niche.
Yeah, find something. Like the gym is just something we do. So we're
just
talking
like,
about it.
I know people that, for example, not trying to get all religious or whatever. I know people that go to church every Sunday, and sometimes they're not even listening to the word of God or whatever their religion is, but what it is they have a habit of going there every Sunday. Like they have to, because it gets them ready for the rest of the week that they have.
Yeah.
Like it's just legit. Like, and that's how I look. I kind of perceive the gym. Like when I get to going in the morning, it helps me prepare for the rest of my day. Like, yeah, I might be sore here and there, but for some reason mentally I'm cleared. I'm cleared. You know what I mean? I don't do it because I have to do it. Like, some people make it a chore. Like, damn, I have to go to it. Nah, I do it because I'm grateful that I'm able to come in and do what I do. You know what I mean? And that's why I walk in the gym. Hey, how you doing? I'm happy to be here. I feel at home. Like, oh, let's get it. Let's have some fun. You know what I mean? Because I know at the end of the day, like we were just saying, it's somewhat a selfish term to use, and I like it because I'm doing it for me. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for me. Whether my gym partner want to show up or not, the work is gonna get done because I'm doing it for me. You know what I mean? I want my results. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing I learned about it, and I kind of take it in the same way in like my studies. Like, yo, if you don't study, you don't get the grade, and it goes back to what my mom taught me: hold yourself accountable for it. Don't make excuses. You got the results because that's the amount of work you chose to put in. So you put mediocre results, you put in that mediocre effort, you get that mediocre grade. So don't point at the teacher, don't point at the homeboy, don't point at my man here and be like, damn, you the reason. How am I the reason? You know what I mean? How am I the reason?
Point to everyone but themselves.
Facts.
Yeah, man, that's huge, man. Especially I can only speak on manhood since I'm a man. But
just get yourself in trouble here, boy.
That accountability. Man, I walk right into danger.
trying to keep you out of trouble, man.
But no, I was gonna say about men being accountable, especially. I wanted to touch on that as well. The aspects of manhood that you find important, because I really want to speak to the younger guys. I mean, this could be a broad spectrum to who it reaches, but I really want to speak to younger men right now. The guys that are coming up, the guys that are being influenced, the guys that, as Mr. Smooth said, the generation is fucking up. You know what I'm saying? What would you say to these guys as far as traits that they can carry with them that would be beneficial with them, and that they can carry with them their entire, lives as a man? What would you say to those guys? Hit them, Mr. Smooth.
Me? Oh, I thought you were talking to Evan on that one.
We're gonna get both of y'all.
I really did. I was like, listen, I was in it. I was like, I'm waiting on his answer right here. I'm trying because I got something I need to learn,
Gotta adapt.
Traits to carry throughout life.
That you've learned so far.
Listening to my heart and mind. I've gone so much of just like listening to one side and get myself, either fucking myself over or getting fucked over, either one. Excuse my language, because I'll be with it. So, and just learning lessons the hard way. So, take heed to what your heart and mind's got to say to you. Don't settle for somebody that, or not somebody. Don't settle for those people that are just like, okay, you're doing okay, you're doing fine, whatever. Like, be your own worst critic. Be your biggest supporter. You gotta push yourself, because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you.
Facts.
That's the shit I've learned growing up. Granted, like I've got older siblings. I've got older relatives, older cousins that I look up to, and it's even watching them, like, they've gone through a struggle, and they're not going to give me the answers. Nobody's going to give you the answers to get it all done. They're going to show you, how they got through it, and it's on you to, push yourself through that. See what you're made of. That's a big thing I took definitely to heart. I've made some fucked up decisions that I got to live with. So I'm moving how I should. I'm moving how I see, I see fit right now. So just taking heed to a trait I say is definitely listen to the older, the older generation that's been through it, that's seen it, done it already. And just strap your boots up and get to it, like that. Like Mr. Evans said, like, there ain't no excuses for shit. Like,
Get the word.
get it done. Get it done.
But
so
I like what you said. The key word was listen. That key word was listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell guys this, when I was a kid growing up, I always hung out with guys my age and a lot of older people, because you want to be like a sponge. You want to be able to soak in their experiences, so that way you can. I won't say you won't always avoid what they're teaching you, but you can cut the corners a little bit. You can cut the corners, or when it comes, you're like, oh, damn, so this is what he was telling me about. That I've been through this before. You know what I mean? And but you gotta look at today's generation. It's hard to tell them do this, do that, and this is the reason why. Because they're like, the hell you know? And you're like, you sure? I've been there before. I've been in your boots before. You know what I mean? So that's the thing I peep when you said listen, because that's the hard thing for today's generation to do, is listen, because they think they know better.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel like we were that way when we were younger, because I always used to listen to the OGs. I listen to my parents. I listen to. I mean, I probably wouldn't like take everything that they taught me within. I wouldn't do it now, but I would listen. I'd be like, damn. So okay, all right. What does they mean? What does she mean by that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would try to kind of like figure it out. Like, damn, what does she mean by that? Is she just saying this just to say it? But then until you go through it, you're like, oh, okay. She was in.
She knew what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I had plenty of those moments, bro.
And then the settling thing, the settling part. Yeah, man. I mean, I learned that from my mom, man. What she always say, listen, you know your value as a man, and you know the hard work you can do, and you know what you could bring to the table. So don't ever settle in any way in life. When it comes to work, relationships, education, don't settle. Don't ever settle, because you're gonna have to live with that. You know, that situation. For example, if you settle for a certain girl because she just brings this one specific trait in your life, and you settle with that, then 10 years later, he's like, damn, I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Been there, done that.
You know what I mean? Like damn, this is what I like. You know what I mean? So just don't settle. And that's the two things I was kind of keying on when you were talking. I was like, yeah, the soaking in everything, basically expanding your mind. Like, I mean, I learn from young kids still. And I don't even look at it as like, damn, because I'm older, I'm supposed to like shut them off. Like they don't know any better. No, because they have a different perception of life that you can learn from them from.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And OGs, you can always go back to old head. Man, I know this lady named Jean, 100 years old at the hospital, telling me all different stuff. But then, and when I tell her how we doing things in today's world, she's like, damn, it's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So I never look at a certain person when it comes to age, demographics, or whatever, and be like, I can't learn from you. You don't know any better. No, because your perception of the world probably isn't the same as my perception of the world.
Real talk.
So,
yeah, I look at everyone as a teacher. Everyone that you come across is gonna teach you something. I don't care if it's someone you like or dislike. It doesn't matter. They are teaching you something. We're all teaching one another something, because, like Evan said, we all have our own perceptions of life, but we still must combine those amongst one another. You know what I'm saying? And when we have these types of discussions and conversations, we put our worlds together, and we're starting to understand one another's worlds better as we go. You know what I'm saying? So that's
you keyed on it. That teacher.
Yeah.
Because just like I could be, you know this all the time, we talk about it. I feel like I can learn a lot of discipline from you, from what the artwork that you do, because it literally projects discipline, in my opinion. So me, if I like discipline, I can be like, yo, how you do what you do, because it takes a lot of mental fortitude, and then you're a teacher at that, because that you mastered that. Where let's just say mine's is weightlifting. Now you're like, man, I want to put on some size. You teach me how to put on some size.
Yep.
Hey, this is what I do. Come join me. And that's what I like what you just said, because it's like everybody's a teacher at something.
Yes.
At something. And no one's too old and too young to teach. I mean, I bet you give a young kid an iPad, they'll teach you more than you know on the iPad.
Like they will.
And you be like, yeah, how did you did that? So I bought that for you.
Right?
And you teaching me how to use it. So
yeah, it's real talk, man. Learn from everyone, bro. Because like that's why I've never liked the terms like smart and shit like that. Because bro,
everybody's smart.
In a specific area. Like, you know, there's this cliche that is within our society, how people, you know, we've all heard lawyer or doctor. Yeah. We hear that shit all the time. But it's like those people are considered smart. But their knowledge is only in one area. One specific area. Think of all the vast amount of knowledge in the world, and then think about what they know. But these people are considered the smart people, you know. I don't think there is any smart people. Everybody has something that they can show you, or because everybody focuses on different things, specific things, you know. We all pick up on different things. We all have different roles to play and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there is no one that can't teach you anything. Like Evans was saying, it doesn't matter what age, bro. Newborn, kids, elders.
Babies teach you how to be patient.
that's one thing that I need to work on, and I'm learning it. But that's real talk. Ain't nothing truer than that. What he just said.
So that's
But yeah, bro, and you have and you look at things that way, man. At least I can say so for myself. I'm learning to view things in that light, and do my best not to be frustrated by him. You know what I'm saying? But know that I'm learning a lesson. You know, even if this lesson isn't being taught in the manner that I exactly want it to be taught to me, you know, it's still a valuable lesson that I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important to pick up what you can from everyone, man.
Facts.
Don't belittle anyone thinking that they don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a genius right underneath your nose, and you never know.
Never know.
You know what I'm saying? And to go on to add to talking about the OGs, man, talk to the OGs, bro. I'm telling you, they got so much wisdom. They done been there, done that. You know, they have a different perspective because they came from a different era, but they can teach you so much about, you know, how to move forward. You know, so I was a kid that always hung around older people, like naturally. So I was always being that sponge that you were saying. Because I think at a young age, early, I noticed the value of being around like the elder people. You know, kids were cool. You know, you run around and play. They were cool. But I was always gravitating towards the older groups. And I would just sit there and listen to them talk.
Just let them,
I play my position because they don't do that shit these days. But back then, you don't fucking interrupt adults when they talking. You know what I'm saying? You don't come between that. You don't come in a group of adults and just start doing shit. You just sat back and played your position. You know what I'm saying? To listen. You know, so.
And you learn more when you listen.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. You can sit in a room and watch. Like I could sit in a room and watch a several amount of people talk, and I can literally like learn who they are just by sitting there listening. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I can just be like, all right, yeah, you this type. I can tell. Oh man, yeah, he the loudmouth one.
Bruh.
He loud, but you know,
can totally walk in a room and totally dissect it.
Just by listening.
That's why I always be quiet. Everybody always asking, why you so quiet? It's because I'm figuring out who full of shit in here. That's what I'm figuring out. I'm figuring out how to navigate. If I'm sitting there and I'm analyzing the room and I'm reading the people in there, when I take another step forward, I'm gonna know exactly what pathway I'm taking because I know not to go near you.
Yeah, you learn people's personalities and traits just by sitting there listening and let them talk themselves out. Because you walk in the room, you start talking, you don't get time to read it as much. You know what I mean? Because you already in it. You know you stay in your piece and this and that. You sit back, you just listen. You like, all right, you okay? All right, you like this. All right, you a little quiet. You shy. You probably reading the room just like I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do all type of stuff, man.
Real talk, bro. Real talk. Oh, yeah. That's good shit, though. Yeah, be aware of your surroundings, man. That's another thing. Be aware of your surroundings. You ain't got to be out there paranoid, but know where you at, man. Have your situational awareness. Know what's going on around you. Know who's around you. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. The people that you keep around you, keep in your circle, that you keep close to you.
And always listen to your energy. Peep your energy.
No doubt.
If you feel off about somebody or they give you that weird handshake and you just not feeling that energy right, listen, trust that instinct.
It's telling you
trust
something.
that instinct. It's telling you something, man.
It's telling you something that
I call that a left hand handshake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Whenever you get that handshake, you like, man, this don't feel right.
Yeah.
Brother shake my hand and he ain't showing no love.
That's
I don't
a big
feel
thing.
No love in this one,
that's
man.
big. That's big with me, man. I've shook a couple people's hands and have just felt nothing in it.
Yeah, you
have kind of just been like,
ain't no that energy not there. Yeah. It's just not there. You know what I mean? And that's when you like, you got to trust that instinct because it's telling you something. That vibe just already ain't clicking yet, man. It ain't clicking. So
yeah, you can't just believe that every force that's out there to protect you. You can't believe that you can see it. You feel it. You like trust that shit. It's there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Learn from everyone. Talk to your OGs, man. Like really talk to them and listen to them. Listen to their stories. Listen to their experiences, man. That shit's valuable to take with you. as you go on this journey of life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a journey, boy.
Mm-hmm. And shit, the way life goes, like, take all the help you can get.
Yeah.
Take all the help.
But that's the problem. Us men, especially independent men, have. We don't like asking for help.
Oh, that's
and you know that. We rather you with your shorty, y'all lost, instead of asking about the gas station do for help. You like, man, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Like, where that compass at?
Yeah, shorty looking at you like, bro, we've been lost for the past 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
And you like, I'm gonna figure it out. But nah, man, ask that dude for help, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's a trait I've had to learn. Going back to manhood traits, I've had to learn, like, let people help you. The people that genuinely want to help you. Not the people that we were talking about that keep receipts. But the people who genuinely want to help you, let them help you, bro, because they want to see you grow, man. They want to pour into you. They may see something you don't see in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Probably sometimes it's that extra push. You know, when you was riding the tricycle, Will, you needed that extra hand to be just there. Just to be there while you doing it. Just needed
keep
that
you stable.
Just to keep you stable a little bit. You just needed that extra hand.
Then he slowly let that hand off.
They let that hand off, and they watch you. Yeah.
Now you riding by yourself. You feeling confident.
They just gonna say, "Come back when you get big. Come back.
Don't go on the street."
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's facts, though, man.
I want to ask this. Oh, my fault. This is my last question. Mental health wise, like to the generation older, to the generation your generation now, the generation younger. What do you advise to those guys? You know, that's not seeing any kind of like. Not seeing any progress. That's not, you know, they're in some like dark session and they're like, I want to get in the gym. I want to, you know, talk to somebody. I want to do this. But they just don't, they want to be like a recluse. Like, what do you say to those kind of people out there, going through those things?
Back to what, he was saying earlier is that you just can't be afraid to ask for help. That's the key thing. You can't be afraid to vent and talk to someone. And that's us, you know, us black men suffer from. We keep everything balled to the men. You know what I mean? If you don't ask for help, then I can't show you the way. I can't read minds. I can't see you at the gym with your head down and be like, all I can do is like assume something, perception. I can assume that, damn, brother must be having a bad day today in the gym, or he just ain't with it. But I can't assume that you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you ain't never asked me for help. Don't be afraid to be like, yo, my man, I'm so and so. I just started in the gym. Could you just give me a rundown on the gym? Listen, me, you know, I'll give you a rundown. It's the fact that I'll literally tell you, and I got little homies right now that I'll be like, yo, just join me. Just join me. We'll work out. You know what I mean? I'm not charging you. Just join me. Let's get it in. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, is the mental fortitude, man. You got to be able to, put your pride a little to the side. Just ask for help. Just ask for help. Because you got to remember, when you sign up for a gym, the first thing they do is like, can we provide you with a trainer? That's the help. I mean, I won't say they all got good trainers, but you know, that's the help. They like, they're used to people coming into the gym, and that's the first thing they do. They need help because, you know, you're walking into another, I won't say another world, but you're walking into another atmosphere. Like, you just don't know how to use these stuff. I mean, you can look at equipment and read it all you want. And sometimes, you know what I mean, you just don't get anything out of it from just reading it. You know what I mean? You want someone to visually show you how to.
Yeah, you gotta get your hands on it.
You gotta get your hands on it. You know what I mean? Because I've watched people, you know, sit there and be like, and you be like, yeah, you doing it wrong. But you gotta go over there just like, man, I don't want you to break your shoulder.
Yeah,
let me show you how to do it. And they're like, oh, like that. I'm like, yes, like that. Now you feel it? Ah, it's burning. I'm like, yeah, this is working.
Doing God's work.
Well, you feel me? Yeah. So it's the help. And I noticed the younger kids, I mean, I see it in the gym all the time, man. They'll pull up next to me, and it's like, for them to be like, you know, they want to get in competition level. Like, oh man, damn, big boy bitching 225. All right, let me put 275 on there. I'm gonna show him I'm bigger than him. And he just, I'm like, all right, bro, you gonna hurt yourself, man. Because they more look at us as like, some of them, especially the younger generation, instead of looking at us as OGs, they look at us as competition. They really look at us as competition. And I'll be like, for what, man?
Like, bro, you can learn from us.
You can learn from me. Like I don't get anything from competing with you. I'm not getting my money. My family ain't doing better for me competing with you. If anything, I'm hurting myself, my joints from trying to compete with you. Nah, man. Ask for help. I always tell people, ask for help. Don't feel like you're too big to ask for help. Don't feel like your pride is too nah, just ask for help. Because if you're in that dark place, man, and you can't vent or you can't talk to anybody, you're just gonna ball that up in. And sometimes you might never make it. We might not never go to the gym because you're like, nah. Like me, I had to ask for help. I had to ask my cousin for help. I quit the gym 3 times. I had to ask him and be like, yo, bro, what am I doing wrong, bro? Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, hey, let me show you. Put it all together. It started making sense, and I took off. But if I didn't ask for help, probably would never go in the gym.
What was so challenging that you quit those 3 times?
The results, man.
Just the results.
I see results. Because our minds, after one day in the gym, you like, all right, man, let me go stand in front of this mirror right quick. And you don't see no results. Or you see temporary results. You like, this isn't for me. And you remember, like, my family, most of the men, not most of the men, but like my dad, I look at my dad's physique. He's a skinny, slender guy. He's like 6'4", skinny. So I looked at muscles as just not, because when you look at your parents, you're like, sometimes you're their offspring. So you're like, they're not big. I definitely can't get big. So
damn, he's 6'4" and he couldn't get you at least 6 feet.
That doctor lied to me, bro. That doctor lied to me, bro. Hey, bro. The doctor told me I was gonna be 6'1" at least because the rate I was growing at.
Damn.
If I could find that fool, I'm
doctor
suing
sold
him
a dream
with a lawsuit, bro.
Damn, bro. Why you sell my man a dream like that?
What?
He sold my man 6'1".
And I thought the basketball dream too. I was like 6 foot. Man, I'm about to start windmilling.
My man only 5'3".
5'3.5", bro. With shoes on.
Damn, 6'4". He's tall.
He's tall one, man. Tall and skinny, slender. Don't have literally no muscles, nothing. So I was kind of sold on, man. And that was the excuses I started making for myself. I was like, damn, maybe it's just not. When you start talking yourself out of it, you legit talk yourself out of it. Yeah. Tell yourself you don't want to go to work today. I bet you talk yourself out of it. I bet you do. And I started talking myself out of the gym, and then I just got to the point and said, man, listen, I made this commitment. It's time to stick with it. So I went to an expert. Hey, Cuzzo, you've been in the gym 15 plus years. How do you get the mental fortitude to wake up and do this every day? Because, after your first full couple days, you're so sore, you don't even want to go back. You don't want to go back. You like, man, I need a rest day.
That first week is hell.
Oh,
your body's fucking metamorphosizing and transforming. And
yeah,
man. Take some adjustments.
And he was telling me, keep going. And I'm like, bruh, I'm hurting. He's like, yeah, keep going. And then you just start building. You slowly start building. So I would say that, you know what I mean? That's what got me into it, man. That's what helped me and that propelled me, man, is not being afraid to ask. And I mean, I've been in the gym for 6-7 years now. I still have old heads who teach me the little things, man. The little things. And they notice I'm not afraid to be like, hey, and when they're talking to me, I'm still soaking it in. Whether I take it or not, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And I might take bits of it. And boom, incorporate in my life. That's it. I have some of them that always tell me, hey, this is what I learned. This is the proper technique. All right, I'll try it out. Let me see if it works for me or not. That's it. You know what I mean? But this younger generation, you can't talk to them, man. I won't say you can't talk to them, but it's hard to talk to them.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck in their own ways, which isn't much.
I found a few gems in there. I said I found a few gems in there as far as the young cats in the gym. There's a couple in there.
There's a couple of them that's very humble.
There's a couple
my little boy, my dog Rafi, very humble young man.
There's a couple that I talked to, and I'm like, he gonna be all
right. Yeah, he gonna be able to survive.
Yeah, he gonna be all right.
Because they're young. Some of them are young, but they got you already see they got that. They're cutting that curve from their society. You know what I mean? They're growing within our society, instead of their own society. So I'll be like, yeah, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right.
Because you see that some of them, they genuinely are soaking up what you're saying, and you're like, this is gonna be someone that's gonna continue to do that, with other people as well, and just be able to build upon all the information that they gather. Take it with them in their lives. That's good shit.
That's a big word, accountability.
Accountability, man. We gotta have that come up on the screen real
Facts.
big.
Yeah.
Accountability, bro.
That's what today's world like. I'm telling you, they want to do these things, but they want to be held accountable for it. Look at them. You see it in the news all the time. They gang RICO charges, whatever. Man, I'm snitching. Bro, you was doing it too.
With everybody.
You better go down. You can take it. Because when you was doing it, you was ride or die. You was, I'm repping the set. Mm-hmm. Now you getting caught with football numbers, and you're like, I ain't did it. They did it. Nah, bro, you was riding with the set. We got video, you right. Take it, bro. It's just what it is. It is what it is, bro.
Thought you were down with the set for life.
Yeah, bro, you gotta take the charges, bro. You gotta eat it.
Yeah, no one wants to take that shit, bro. Nah. And it's hard. Like, even if you are an accountable person, sometimes even an accountable person can sometimes be like, damn, I don't want to take that one. You know what I'm saying? But you have to. You can't lie or kid yourself, bro. Like, you gotta take that shit, man. You got to. Or else you just live in a false existence, man. The worst person you can lie to is your fucking self.
100.
That's real.
100.
Because if you're lying to yourself, then you're just totally living.
You live in
an
fake
illusion,
life, bro.
Yeah. You live in a world that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? You're being somebody that you're not. And it's okay because that's what kind of creatures we are. That's how we learn. We learn by seeing something happen and seeing how shit isn't supposed to happen and doing the opposite of it. You know what I'm saying? And that may be through us actually seeing it, or it may be through us experiencing it by actually doing it.
Tell people, practice what you preach.
But we students, though. At the end of the day, we all students. And we can't be too hard on ourselves for not knowing the fucking world, what the world is.
That's a problem I struggle with. I'm constantly hard on myself. Mm-hmm. Constantly.
I'm with you on that.
It's just, I see myself in such a great light where sometimes my mom tells me, dim it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Remember, like, stay within a certain, like, lane. Like, don't expect this out of yourself. But it's just, I feel like I could get there.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like I could get there. So it's just like that's the reason why I'm a little hard on myself. Yeah, but sometimes I have to appreciate where I'm at.
Yeah.
And stop looking at where I thought I was supposed to be at. You know what I mean? So
because you gotta think about when you do get to that place that you want it to be when you were down here, now you're gonna be looking for something else.
It's just next level.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be searching. But
we play video games, like simple games like Sonic. You go into levels after levels after levels, and just everything in life is legit levels. You keep going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They don't stop.
Be content on whatever level you're on. Like, be happy right there, because
you got to.
At some point, as you're content on that level, you're gonna reach the next one, and then you're gonna have to totally adapt to that next one, and find your happiness within that level. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. All right. What else we got? How's everyone feeling?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Feeling good. Good talk. Always. Good people's, good vibes, good talk.
Oh yeah.
All right. I want to hit y'all with my question now.
Damn. You ready, Smooth?
Pop quiz. Hey,
I'm gonna hit both of y'all in the face.
Plead the fifth.
All right. So here we go. So Evans, you'll go first on this one. So, from what you observed in your environment and interactions with others, what kind of influence have you discovered that you are when you're amongst other people?
From what I've heard, I'm a very good listener. I'm a very good listener. Mm-hmm. Like, that was you can say a trait of mine that I never thought, I'll be honest with you, I never thought I was a good listener. I used to think I had selective listening, where I'm like, if it's certain things I like, I listen to. The rest of it be like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm just not into it. Yeah. But a lot of people be like, I notice a lot of people come to me and ask me for advice or ask me, "Hey, let me talk to you about something." I'd be like, "What the hell you want to talk to me for?" You know what I mean? Like, what you want to talk to me for? Like, ain't nothing special. But they're like, "No, you're a very good listener," and the fact that some people you talk to them, they listen, but they don't have good feedback because they're not really listening. You're just talking to them.
Yes.
It's like you're venting to a wall.
They're waiting to speak.
Where they're like, "Yo, I'm talking to you. You haven't said a word, but you're listening to me, and then your input is like, you know what I mean? You actually feel what I'm saying, and that's why I'm like, damn. I'm like, I didn't know I was a good listener, but people always, I noticed the various amount of people that come and call me and talk to me, and I'm like, damn. Like I said, I'd be like, damn, like I didn't know that was a good trait of mine. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say it is, and I noticed that with I think it's when people started telling me that, that's when I started really like keying in on the type of different people that come ask me for advice. You know what I mean? I noticed it's a various amount. It's some of the younger generation, especially when I go back home in Miami. I have women that ask me for guy inputs, like, "Hey, I'm dealing with this guy. This is how it's going. Why is he acting this way?" And I even have people at my job who's older than me, and they ask me why their kids are acting this way, and I'm like, damn, like, y'all really care for really care for my input,
man of the people.
Yes, sir. So that's one. I'm a very good listener.
Hell yeah. I just want to shout out. We got PD and we got Austin.
Peter Austin, what it do, my boy?
What up, man?
What
We
it
in here
do?
working. We doing our thing in here. We appreciate y'all joining us, man. Showing us our support. Appreciate y'all.
Big
man.
Pete, he probably just came from the gym.
He probably did. He was probably kicking somebody's ass at the he be in there torturing them people. The greatness.
The great.
Shout out to y'all.
Hey.
All right, Mr. Smooth.
I'd say shit out because I don't really be asking people about what they think about me at all because I'm so nonchalant about things. Like I feel like I'm nonchalant about things, but people piggyback off of Evans. Like people say I'm a good listener. But then I get the like, I'm hella real with them on shit. Because I've just been taught like you don't sugarcoat nothing. Like be upfront, be real with people, and they're gonna be real with you. And that's just how I was. That's how I am with people. Like if I'm not interested in it, I ain't paying it no mind at all. And you can do any and everything you want to try to get my attention for it. It ain't gonna happen. But and then when it comes to like asking for advice, anything like that, like I'm telling people like use fucking common sense. Like you ain't gotta sit there and overthink everything. Just common sense is gonna help you solve a lot of what you're asking about, what you're thinking about. Keep it simple, and that's the most I get from people. It's just like you just real. You're just too upfront, with stuff. But it's funny because I'm completely like personally I'm completely opposite. I'm a quiet person. I'm observant. I just stay to myself a lot. So, but for the people to say like, yeah, you just bold with with me, you bold with your answers on things, and that's just my raising. Like I'm just like that. Like
yeah, man, that's how we came up.
There ain't no playing no games around it. So,
those are people you want in your circle, though. People that's gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
no doubt.
You don't need no yes man, man.
Not at all.
We got too many of them.
Not at all, bro.
Too many yes men.
Right.
A yes man will fucking leapfrog loyalties, bro.
100.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you fall in the ditch, they'll be like, "Man, I was gonna tell you so, but why didn't you?" You feel me? But you gotta remember, a lot of people. Sad part about it, not a lot of people could deal with real people.
Yeah.
A lot of people cannot deal with. Like you tell somebody the truth, and it's not like you said, I'm not trying to hurt you, but you ask for my advice, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, but you can't take it. You struggle taking it. So honestly, don't personally, not to be rude, but don't ask me for advice anymore. Because you're not gonna get. I'm not going off emotion. I'm going off what you told me, and this is my respectable input on it. Like this, how you deal with this situation. You know what I mean? And like you said, use your common sense. But you know, in today's world, that's not so common.
The thing is, when most people ask you for that advice, they want a good lie from you. They don't want the actual truth.
No, facts.
They don't want you to tell them what they already know deep down inside that they're not facing. They don't want you to make that resurface, make that come to the surface now, you know? So they want you to give them a nice lie that keeps them content in whatever illusion that they're creating in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
They just need you to add to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. They need that validation from you. You know?
True. It's bad now though, because you even got to be careful with who you give advice to, really, because you know motherfuckers will say like, "Oh, you told me this," and they'll turn around and use that shit against you and be like, you know, you ain't worth shit. So you got to be hella selective of who even like you give that advice to and that lending hand to, because motherfuckers will stab you in your back in a heartbeat and not think twice. You know.
I'm gonna answer my own question too. What I've learned about myself from other people, because I'm always watching y'all, man. I got my eye on y'all motherfuckers, man. But I've learned that I can rally people. Like I'm very
natural born leader,
motivational, and people are inspired by my actions. I don't know if I would classify them as bold or anything. It just feels more righteous to me, the actions that I take. And I think maybe that may be a reason why people are attracted to that, you know. Because when I live my life, I don't live my life with limits, and I don't live my life afraid, you know. And I think that just like emits from me, you know. That shit just radiates off me because it's so fucking natural, you know. And it wasn't always this way, you know. I had to go through a lot to gain this amount of courage and deal with certain dangers as well and overcome that. But that's a real big thing that I've noticed is people are very, very much attracted to me just for what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And to piggyback off you guys, the good listener thing as well. You know, I've heard that as well. But it's just helped me realize kind of my place, or the place that I want to be, or the place that I fit. I feel like if I keep getting these consistencies of reactions from people, then that there's something there. Like that is me. Whether I see it or not, like that is me. So I've chosen to, the things that have been exposed to me about myself from other people, I've chosen to actually really take that on because I see that as me. You know what I'm saying? So I continuously just continue to be genuine and righteous and just stay within that, you know, and have good intentions. And it just has this, I'm learning that it's having this effect that's really making me a magnet, and not a magnet to just anyone, but to the right kind of people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You attract right energy.
Yeah, because I very much have, my intentions are, and I actually speak these words to attract people to me that, you know, fit within my world, and to repel those that don't, you know. So it's just nice to see, you know, the effect that you have, that you can, a positive effect that you have, you know, and the things that you can do for others. Because I do feel like kind of like a knight that gives service. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in service of the people, which is a reason we're all here right now. You know what I'm saying? We're getting these words out to the people that I feel are very important. And I fucking 1,000% feel like I'm living in exactly what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. It may be getting projected through this medium of a podcast, but I feel like everything that's coming out of my mouth is something that needs to be heard within the world as a whole. Like this vibration, Evan's vibration, your vibration, this shit needs to be out there because this shit, it's very expansive. It can reach every fucking corner of the globe. So us being here, this is very fucking important work that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Which I take very seriously. And I've gotten to this point because I have been very observant on how my energy is affecting other people. Even when my energy's off, I see my energy affecting people in a fucked up way as well. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping my eye on that has gotten me here. And now I feel like I don't have any more questions. You know, when I was in my 20s, I was just wandering aimlessly. Now I don't have any fucking questions on what I'm supposed to be doing. There is no question.
Purpose,
all I have to do is continue to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you figured out your purpose.
Yeah, man, and it's very fucking liberating, man, because I've been lost a great fucking portion of my life, and it feels good to be here, you know, and it feels good to be able to be transparent to other people and, you know, help them get there as well, you know. So it's good shit all around, man. So with you, we had good listener, motivation, inspiration. I mean, we pretty much named some
big words, man. Some key words,
some key traits of leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us are in that role. All of us are in a leadership position
in your own right. Yeah.
You know, yep, definitely in our own right. And I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you being here, because to have something that's just in your fucking head, to start to be able to touch it. Look, he right here.
Oh.
Fucking how long ago? You remember when I was at work, Smooth, and we were planning everything out, and I was just telling you about who I wanted like to have as guest on the show, and then I was giving you like, you know, a description of everybody and things like that, and now
it's happening.
He's here. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we here.
It's great, man. Like this is confirmation. This is more confirmation. Him being here is more confirmation that this is the right fucking thing to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to you, we were chopping it up outside. It was it felt like it was like yesterday when you was, hey, I'm starting a podcast. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I don't know. For some reason, I thought this was like a 2-year, 3-year, like down the road thing. So my man over here, like, yo, I got an Instagram, here the podcast, and then I got a studio, boom, boom. And I'm like, yo, bro, ain't you was just talking this like 2 days ago? Like, but I noticed with him, he didn't, like you said, he didn't have time to settle. He knew what he wanted. He knew his purpose, and he knew, like, he has the ambition. He went to go get it. And I respected that because he spoke it into existence. And when he sent me the picture of the studio, the video of the studio, like, look, it's coming along together. I told him, this is going to be the first studio, and your main studio you're gonna appreciate because of the much value and love you put into it, straight up.
Yeah.
So, man, my man here making it happen, man. So I'm here for it, man. I told him I'm always going to ride with it, man, because I respect it. I watch him, and it's just so inspiring. Like he said, his leadership and his way was so inspiring because I watched them. You know how you watch guys say it, and they don't follow through with it. You come back in a couple months, you're like, hey man, I just changed my idea. It ain't for me anymore. He said it, he meant it, and he did it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah,
plain and simple. Yeah. So you gotta like, I don't care, you like the man, you gotta respect a man that say it and stick with it. You know what I mean? So
I believe that's what a man is to the core.
Seeing is believing.
I think that's what a man is to the core, is just somebody that does what he says, man.
Exactly.
Like, simple as that, bro.
You gotta judge him by your word, man.
Simple as that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit.
But, you know,
I
like we
want to
just
end
said,
off with like I was gonna say like I
go
wanted to
ahead, go
end
ahead.
off with like what's
Oh,
like
Evan did it.
your Mount Rushmore delay on it.
Oh no, I was telling Evans.
Your
I
Mount
didn't tell
Rushmore.
him before, but sometimes we have a bit of a delay between between the
Yeah.
streams.
Your Mount Rushmore of influencers. You know, dead, alive. Who are
Damn.
they? So this was one of those questions that wasn't on the script, but it was just in my head. It was
Yeah,
because I just like how your thought process was. I was like, there's got to be somebody he's pulling from.
top four. It doesn't matter who. Like it could be anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
One that stuck out is because I used to listen to a lot of his music, and I was introduced to him through my mom. Was Bob Marley. Bob Marley, because he pretty much, if you listen to his music, he had a righteous way of going by things, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the man just didn't give a fuck what you think. You know what I mean? And I love that boldness about him. You know what I mean? So I'll say Bob Marley is one, and we talk about him all the time. Pac, Tupac is another one.
Yeah,
Tupac is another one. Had a message for his message actually still goes on in today's world.
Yes.
And this man made music, what, 20, 30 years ago?
Shit.
like, yeah. And his music still is, if you listen to it, you're like, damn, that's what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So I'll take Bob Marley, Pac.
He was ahead of his time, man.
Ahead of time.
Both of them were.
Yeah.
Like, both of those guys you speak of were ahead of their time, man.
Let's see, another one would be, it got to be 4 people. I got 2 more. This one is the easy one, but I'm going to call it out. My mama.
Yeah.
She getting that. She on that Mount Rushmore. I got to put her on there because, like I said, a lot of life learned lessons was taught through her. You know what I mean? Like, back to what you said, it was taught in the house. And who was the leader of the house? Mama. So I am who I am today, and I hold the accountability and the respectable man I am today through her. This is who she raised. So this is who she projected out into this world. So
that's great, man.
So Mama's third. Another one would be I'm just thinking about the fuck one. Who else? Let me see. I got. I'll go with this guy because I listen to him a lot in the morning. Is Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher?
Yeah,
E.T. Yeah, I listen to a lot of E.T. when I'm waking up, getting ready for the gym. I just blast his on YouTube. You know, I'm blasting Eric Thomas. I'd say he's very influential because he gets me going in the morning. He gets me going. You know what I mean? I love his. If you want to be a lion, hunt like it. You know what I mean? I love those type of stuff because it's what I go by. You know what I mean? If I have this certain standard and this aura about me and this perception of me, make it happen. Like live by it. Don't just say it. You know what I mean? Just live by it and go do it. You know what I mean? So I'll say that's my top 4 right now. That's my top 4. I listen to a lot of Pac. I listen to a lot of Bob Marley. Mama Dukes is always in it, and E.T.
There we go.
Yeah, that's I feel that. Right, I like that.
You got anything else, Mr. Smooth?
Nah, that don't mean y'all gonna curve the question too. I need y'all to answer.
Were you asking me too?
Oh
yeah.
I mean it.
If the shoe
fits, we can open it up then. Let's do that. We can give our top 4. We can give our Mount Rushmore.
I go. Damn, folks. I'm gonna have to break that down. All right, I'm gonna say damn, my whole 4 might be revolutionaries.
That's all right.
It would have to be, well, I'm gonna put 2. Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, the creators of the Black Panthers in Oakland. Because, you know, just for everything that stood for and, you know, COINTELPRO. We won't even get on that this episode. But so Huey Newton, Bobby Seale. I would definitely put Malcolm X on there for sure.
Damn.
I've been listening to like a lot of his speeches and things, and because things that weren't in our time, you have to look back and educate yourself. So I've been educating myself more because growing up as a kid, you only have this very small version of who he is and this small understanding of who he is.
It's not being taught a lot at school.
Yeah, but now that I'm a man and I'm like researching him, I'm learning even more about who he was as a man and what he stood for, and I really respect it. I really respect him. Who else did I put on there, man?
That Malcolm X one is big though.
Yeah. Man, that's a tough one, man.
It is tough.
I'm surprised I got those two out that quick. Oh, those three. Oh, here we go. Tony Jaa. He's a martial artist.
Yeah.
Tony Jaa. He was the person that pretty much brought Muay Thai to the mainstream as far as filmmaking, because as far as martial arts films go, you would usually only have kung fu movies like, Hong Kong, Chinese kung fu movies. You might get some boxing movies, but you never had anything that that really put the Thai culture and Muay Thai specifically like in the forefront. You never saw that in a film, and he did it so fucking gracefully and eloquently and brutally, man. This movie, it's called Ong Bak. It's called Ong Bak, the Thai warrior. That movie alone made me want to dedicate my life to Muay Thai. But the cool thing about the movie is he does an old form of it. So it's different than the ring version of Muay Thai. The old style, well, they have many different styles. But they have a style called Muay Baran. It was more for like the battlefield. So there was a lot more lethal attacks. So a lot of think of Muay Baran as the grandfather to Muay Thai. And then Muay Thai took away a lot of its deadly techniques. You know what I'm saying? It didn't keep the deadly techniques from the grandfather. I mean, of course, elbowing somebody in the head, you can kill them, but it wasn't warfare based, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, Tony Jaa, huge inspiration. And, to piggyback off that in martial arts, I'm going to go ahead and say Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White, which you guys are probably familiar with. Huge inspiration. Of course, being the same color, that was huge. And just seeing him really shine on screen, and then really finding out that he's a martial artist. Like, he's like me. Legit. We fucking live it. This isn't anything separate from our lives. This is our lives. You know what I'm saying? I really respected him in that regard as well. He's also like hugely into teaching. He's a teacher. He believes in passing on knowledge. He believes in nurturing people, progressively until they get to, that pinnacle that they want to get to. So he has a lot of views and ideals. He's a dope martial artist just physically in general. And, he's still doing it, like still at it, still healthy, and I could really appreciate that, especially being in a similar kind of lifestyle, and he's a filmmaker. He loves making films. He makes films with his wife and shit like that, so there's a lot of things that I have in common with him, and I have a lot of respect for him. So that's mine.
Yeah.
So Bobby Seale, Huey Newton together. I got Malcolm X, Tony Jaa, and then Michael Jai White.
I like it. Got like half faces on this Mount Rushmore.
Okay, I ain't following.
I'm gonna have to do like a half face on.
Another one up Chisel that bitch up.
My Mount Rushmore, I'd definitely say is my mom and my grandmother. Um, just instilling uh my our grandmother raised hella kids, and there were times where she was fucking tired, but she just kept pushing. Um, and to see that, she didn't quit. She could have at any time, but she didn't quit whatsoever, and she didn't find a reason um to give up on anything, because she had kids to take care of, and us looking up to her. And my
Bro, I really
mom
don't know
just
how she didn't, bro.
just me neither. Me neither.
Like
Because at some point I would have been
she
like,
had a fucking iron spirit, bro. Real
mm-hmm,
talk.
Free will.
I don't know how
and
she did all the things she did, man. I mean, like, she
mm-mm,
pretty much took care of all her kids, you know what I'm saying? And raised them, out of fucking
yeah,
8 brothers and sisters. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough listening to it,
mm-hmm.
boy.
Yeah, so she I saw that, I saw that growing up as well, and it definitely inspired me, That's where we come from. That's our
Yeah,
blood. So that shit's in us, you
yeah,
know. But I definitely respected that about her
yeah.
as well, bro. For sure. Fucking hard.
And I
Fucking
had to say, like,
hard nose
I had
worker.
to say my mom too on there. Yeah, I had to say my mom
Mm-hmm.
too, like half face on this Mount Rushmore. Because there was a time where she like lost everything, um, and then just she was resilient to get back to not only where she was, but surpass where she was. And now
Perseverance,
she's
man.
doing that. Like, she's a travel nurse, just getting it done, just going wherever she be wanting to go. And I'm like, dang, like, let me go with you for like a week or two. So uh my second my second up on Mount Rushmore, um definitely ET. Like,
Good
I don't
times.
know what it is about ET, but he, like, as soon as you hear his voice, you like instantly perk up,
Mm-hmm.
man. And he's just one of those kind of guys too. He gonna make sure, like, he gonna make sure you pull every excuse out of the book, and write it down, and be like, all right, throw it away, because now you ain't got nothing. So uh definitely ET. uh 3 and 4, I wasn't banking on having to put my Mount Rushmore up at all. um
You thought you was gonna ask questions, huh?
yeah, like, I was over, I'm soaking in stuff. I'm learning right here. So third is it's Derrick Rose. I'm a huge fan of Derrick Rose, and it's not because he played, ball and whatnot for the Bulls, everything. Is more of like his story of coming up, um and being surrounded, and in Chicago, being surrounded by the gangs and everything, and everybody seeing, how talented he was, and is, and was just like, nah, homie, like, you not about this life over here. Like, go play ball. You gonna be the one to get out of this. And then to be at the top of the mountain, and get knocked out, get literally had like legs knocked out from under him, basically. And yeah, and then still at one point was just like, man, forget it, like, I'm done. um but still came back, and to this day now he's a still playing ball, but being a mentor to the ones that are coming in, that's replacing him.
Mm-hmm.
So I seeing that that was an inspiration to me. And then 4, like, this is in no particular order, and Denzel Washington is like a huge influence of mine.
Oh, I could have guessed that one.
Just watching movies, yeah, just watching just movies. His lifestyle, how he is as a person. He's respected any and everywhere he goes. Everybody knows his name.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
And it's I heard him talk to somebody one time, telling him or he was talking to somebody, and they were like, oh, he was with Kevin Hart, and he was like, they were out in public, and everybody's like, hey, Kev, this and that, and everybody's like looking at him. He's like, the difference between me and you is you are part of the family. Like you're on TV, you're in their house, everything like that. He's like, they got to pay to come and see me. And I was like, yo, that's huge. To say that
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And it be true, because you ain't gonna see Denzel on TV too much unless you go to the theaters. And I mean, granted, now everything's on Netflix and on HBO and stuff, but like, if you really want to see it before anybody else gets to see it, like, you got to pay to go see the man, literally. And his whole mindset, he's headstrong, and I try to instill that in myself of who I want to be as a person.
I don't fuck. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
So Denzel's definitely my Mount Rushmore. Like, if anything I got to put a Mount Rushmore up to, like, Denzel's gonna definitely be on there regardless. So
was that 4?
That was 4. He had a half one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
I like, if I could have added one on mine, it would be, because he said D-Rose, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, like, I grew up a Kobe fan. Like, anybody, all my friends know, you ask me who's the greatest basketball player, first thing I'm saying is Kobe. I respect MJ, but I didn't watch MJ, so I can't tell you MJ.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hear all the OGs tell me MJ was the GOAT. I'm like, I believe you, but I didn't grow up watching him, so I can't judge him. I look at somebody's highlights. Guess what they are? The highlights. I didn't watch you for an 82 game season. I didn't know how you were as a player. I grew up in the Kobe era, and forget how he is on basketball. Ask his teammates about him. He held guys to a certain level of excellence, and his mentality. It's hard for guys, like, it's either you gonna rub off on it, or it might scare you because of how skillful, but he's so practical. He believes in practice make perfect. I watched this guy after a game in Miami where he had a terrible game but still dropped 30-something, stay after and just shoot. And just shoot. And you're like, man, you the best player on the team. Like, you should be the first one on the bus. You did what you had to do. You don't believe in that? And that tells you, if a guy like that who's good holds himself to, like you said, to an excellence, but he's still prosper on getting better, why can't we do the same?
Yeah.
We can't. We could, of course, we could appreciate where we're at, but we still need to know there's another level to where we need to get at. It's I like Kobe.
That's a good one. All right, gentlemen, we about to close out this episode, man. We're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to get Evans back up in the studio, kick some knowledge.
I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I appreciate what you guys do, fellas. You guys are starting a very positive podcast. I love it, man. I love it. I'm all for it. I support it.
Appreciate you.
You know what I mean? And I want y'all to keep pushing, man. I keep pushing. Even if I'm not watching within, I text this man all the time, man. I'm here for it, man. Yep. I'm here for it, man. And I always respect when I see guys putting up this positive energy, because, like you said, you never know who's listening to you.
Real talk.
You never know who's listening to you. You know what I mean? So, and I'm watching this build up, man. Before y'all get too big, I know y'all coming, bro. I can feel it.
You gonna be right there. You on the timeline now.
I can feel it, man. I'm gonna brag. I'm gonna be like, I was one of his first guests in here. So what's up? What's up? So, man, I love it, man.
I'm telling you, bro, that my vision was always to build something and bring the people that I really fuck with. So no clowns. The people that I really fuck with, bring them along, man. And we fucking enjoy this thing together, man. We enjoy prosperity together, man. So,
what's the good thing now? You only could go up from now. You already laid the groundwork.
Mhm.
You got to keep going up.
That's real. That's real.
Definitely.
That's real. This is real.
Exactly.
This whole day, I've been like, it's been kind of weird. It's just been like surreal in a way. Cause I'm like, fuck, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, you sit back and you watch the progression. You know, it just started out in me and Mr. Smooth. We did the first season ourselves, kind of found out our formula together. And now, you know, we were kind of adamant on getting people on the new season, but to actually, you know, be here doing it, following through, you know, and, you know, having just great discussions on top of it, man. It's a bit to take in for me. So
soak it in, man.
give me another day. Give me another day or so.
Soak it in, man. You know what I mean?
I'm enjoying it.
You spoke it to existence, man. You making it happen, and just sit back and appreciate what you're doing, man. Because it's like I know why you're saying it's surreal, because like it's happening. You're in the midst of it, man. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, you only could go up now, man. You gotta. Now it's the next level that we talking about. You did season 1. That was level 1. Y'all was filling it out. Boom, boom. Now it's next level.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going up. You know what I mean?
It's good shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it because
100.
You know, you bring value to this, man.
100, man. I try.
You bring value, and you know we appreciate you bringing value to us. And now we're bringing value to one another, so you can't really get any better than that, you know. So, Mr. Smooth, you got any last words for the folk as we close out another wonderful episode of the Shinobi podcast?
It is. It has been like I always do, man. I appreciate and love all of our viewers, all of our followers.
Much love,
even though
y'all.
y'all like, if y'all ain't even like commenting, saying, talking, or anything, like we see it, you know, because it's getting shared. So we appreciate it a lot, for real. I'm stuck. Like, you see me, like I'm still in awe over here because I'm just like, man, we just had our killer like first special, and like I'm still soaking it in because like we've been talking about this for years. You know, getting a podcast together and putting everything together, and then when we knocked out our first season, and then we started brainstorming immediately, like. You know, normally you give yourself a little bit of time to kind of like, all right, let's relax first. But no, as soon as season 1 was done, we was like, all right, how we gonna come off with season 2 as a banger, you know? And this has been it. Like how we've got these episodes going. I'm just like, man, we keep getting better with this, and it keeps going further. So I'm excited to see what the rest is about to be, man. Because like I said, I'm still trying to take this in now. Of we just had our first special, so shoot, like,
yes, sir.
Can't nothing top this right now. Like this euphoric like feel right now too, man. Can't nothing top it. So, woo.
You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Evans. Final words for the folks. What you gonna leave them with?
Y'all just stay tuned, man. My man out here doing bigger and better things, man. Y'all better get on the wave before it get too late. Put it like that. You know what I mean? Because they take it off now. Just let y'all know they take it off, bro. So don't come back and be like, damn, man, I ain't know it was, you know, I should have been on. Yeah, get on it. Get on it. My man taking off. Stay tuned. Listen, my man here is full of wisdom. Full of wisdom, man. You can learn a lot from him. You can learn a lot from him. Just if you can't DM him personally, and I'm sure he's so humble, he'll get back at you. Just to let you know, he'll get back at you, he'll talk to you. You can learn a lot from my man here, man. Discipline, a lot of things, man. And what him and Mr. Smooth is doing, man, appreciate it, man. I very appreciate it. And I'm more appreciative that y'all made me y'all first guest. So, you know what I mean? Like,
we're honored.
Stuff like that, I'm very grateful in, man. I'm grateful that y'all even take the time to just be like, hey, we want to talk to you over here. So stuff like that, man. Those are stuff that y'all talking about surreal. I'm over here like, damn, like I said, what the hell they want to talk to me for? You feel me? So I love it, man. I love it. I'm all for it. I wish you guys nothing but the best, man, as y'all keep going and striving, getting better and better, man. You know what I mean? And I want nothing but the best. And I know y'all, especially with your, I know y'all going there, man. And like I said, man, just keep pushing it. Just keep pushing it. No slowing down. Stay relentless. You know what I mean? Keep passing on this leadership style of podcast that you guys have. And you guys are very inspirational, man. Just right now, y'all in go mode. Foot on the gas, no brakes. Y'all ain't got no brakes. Ain't no brakes on this car. Y'all gotta go, man. Keep going. So next level, man. Let's get it.
Yeah. Y'all heard the man. All right, folks. That's been another episode of Shinobi Podcast. We love you guys. As always, take care of yourselves out there. Remember, take care of yourselves and live life. Live life in the way that you see fit. Don't live anyone else's life. Don't let anyone veer you off the pathway that you feel like you should be going. If something's pulling you there, listen to that shit. Don't listen to other people trying to pull you off track. You know what I'm saying? So remember to hit us up on our Instagram, TikTok, and go check out season 1. Facts. If you haven't checked out season 1, go get caught up before season 2 drops. Season 2, I'm very excited for. I've been in front of this damn computer screen more than I like to be, but but it's definitely worth it, man. It's definitely worth it. All the extra time and effort that's been put in, it's definitely gonna show. And yeah, man, I can't wait to bring it to you guys, man. I can't wait for you guys to hear this episode or see this episode, however you're doing it. But we appreciate you guys. Much love coming from King Shinobi, Mr. Smooth. I got my man Evans. We appreciate you once again. Thanks for joining us, man. Much love to everybody. Peace out. Be good to yourselves and one another. And that's all I got. Much love for y'all. We'll holler at y'all later on the next episode of the Shinobi Podcast. Peace.
Peace.